Have you ever been scrolling online, minding your own business, and suddenly a banner pops up that says, "Hurry, only two left in stock," or "Sale ends in 30 minutes"? Suddenly, your brain is on high alert. You feel like you need to act now, even if you weren't planning to buy anything. And then somehow you end up spending money on something you don't really need. This happens to everyone, and it's not just bad luck or poor self-control. There's a psychological trick behind it. Companies spend millions making sure these limited time offers get under your skin, and understanding why they work can actually save you a lot of money and stress. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you're at a coffee shop. You're about to buy your usual latte when the cashier says, "We're offering a special caramel macchiato today, only 5 cups left." Suddenly, your brain starts racing. You think, if I don't get it now, I might miss out. Even though you didn't want the caramel macchiato, the fear of missing out is stronger than your original plan. This is called the scarcity effect. When something feels limited, your brain automatically values it more. Scarcity creates urgency, and urgency pushes people to act before thinking. It's why you see limited stock, sale ends soon, or offer expires today everywhere. Your brain reacts as if your opportunity is about to vanish, and it triggers a nearly automatic decision: buy now. But there's more going on beneath the surface. Our brains don't just respond to scarcity, we also respond to loss aversion. Losing something feels worse than gaining something feels good. In other words, the pain of missing out on that special offer is stronger than the joy of saving the money you didn't plan to spend. That's why we impulsively click buy now even when it's not smart. Think about how this shows up in everyday life. Black Friday is the perfect example. People camp outside stores for hours, sometimes days, for deals they didn't even need. Online, flash sales create the same effect. You see the countdown timer ticking down, and suddenly your logical brain is screaming, "Wait, do I really need this?" But your emotional brain has already decided, "I can't risk missing out." Here's another twist. Limited time offers also make us overvalue things we already own. Imagine you bought a small gadget online. Then you see the same gadget on sale, but only for the next hour. Your mind suddenly tells you, "I need this one too, or I'll regret it later." It's a combination of scarcity and the endowment effect. Your brain exaggerates the value of what you already have or could have, making the deal seem irresistible. And it's not just products. Think about investing or financial opportunities. Sign up for this stock newsletter before it closes. Only 3 spots left for this course. The same triggers apply. Scarcity makes you act faster, sometimes without thinking. This is why understanding this psychological bias is critical for your financial habits. So, how can you fight this without missing genuinely good opportunities? First, pause. Literally take a deep breath and step back. Ask yourself, do I need this? Will this purchase move me closer to my financial goals, or am I just reacting to the countdown timer? Second, create a mental checklist for purchases. Before buying, consider if the item or investment fits into your monthly budget, long-term goals, or actual needs. This simple habit forces your logical brain to weigh in before the emotional brain takes over. Third, practice noticing triggers. Every time you see limited time, only a few left, or a countdown timer, recognize it as a psychological nudge, not a reason to spend. Awareness alone reduces impulsive behavior. Let's look at a real-life example. Sarah loves online shopping. She frequently buys clothes during flash sales. One day, she noticed she had spent $200 in 10 minutes on items she barely needed. She realized the timers and stock warnings were making her panic buy. She started keeping a list of what she actually wanted and waited 24 hours before buying. Within a month, her spending dropped by 60%, and she only bought things she truly enjoyed. This is the power of recognizing and managing scarcity triggers. Another interesting point is how marketers combine scarcity with social proof. "Only 3 people are viewing this right now," or "50 sold in the last hour," amplifies the urgency. Now you're not just scared of missing out, you're scared of missing out while everyone else benefits. Social proof makes the scarcity feel real, and it manipulates your decision-making even more. So, what's the lesson here? Understanding these psychological tricks isn't about never buying anything, it's about buying consciously. You can still enjoy sales or limited offers, but with awareness and a plan. Think of it like this: if you control the timer in your mind instead of the countdown on the website, you regain power over your money. This doesn't only apply to shopping. Your emotions are constantly being nudged in investing too. Limited time stock recommendations, trending crypto coins, even investment webinars use similar scarcity tactics. The fear of missing out pushes people into high risk decisions. Knowing this, you can step back, do your research, and invest on your terms, not because a timer told you to. Here's another powerful insight: scarcity works because it shortcuts thinking. Your brain loves efficiency, so it doesn't want to weigh pros and cons when something seems urgent. That's why automatic reactions feel normal. But slow thinking, the kind you use for budgets, investments, or serious purchases, requires effort, and that effort is exactly what prevents mistakes. Let's tie it all together. Limited time offers exploit scarcity, loss aversion, and social proof. They make your brain overvalue the opportunity and undervalue the money you're spending. Recognizing these triggers gives you freedom. You can shop, invest, and spend without panic. You can focus on what matters rather than what marketers want you to want. The key takeaway is simple: awareness is your wealth building tool. The more you notice these psychological tricks, the less control they have over your wallet. Every dollar you save from impulsive decisions is a dollar that can go into investments, retirements, or building financial freedom. You're not just saving money, you're rewiring your brain to make smarter choices. Next time you see a countdown timer or a limited stock warning, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, is this something I truly need? Or is my brain being nudged by scarcity, loss aversion, and social pressure? That tiny pause might save hundreds or even thousands of dollars over a year. Scarcity will always exist. Deals will always tempt you, but the difference between financial stress and financial freedom is how you respond. When you control your impulses, you stop reacting and start building. You stop spending because a timer tells you to, and you start spending because it aligns with your goals. Remember, every time you resist a rushed decision, you train your brain to value logic over emotion, and that's a skill that pays off in every aspect of life, from shopping to investing to long-term wealth building. The truth is, limited time offers aren't inherently evil. They can provide real value if used wisely. The danger is letting fear, urgency, and social pressure dictate your choices. When you combine awareness with intentional decision-making, scarcity can actually work for you instead of against you. Financial freedom isn't about avoiding spending altogether. It's about mastering your own mind. Scarcity, FOMO, and urgency are constant. They are tools marketers use to make you react. But when you understand them, you can step back, think clearly, and make decisions that truly serve your life and your wealth. So, next time you see a limited time offer pop up, remember, the countdown timer is not your boss. You are. And every conscious choice you make today builds the financial freedom you want for tomorrow. It's not about resisting temptation once, it's about training your brain to see through the tricks. That awareness, combined with smart choices, is how ordinary people start thinking and living like the wealthy. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom isn't about how many deals you grab, it's about how often you make decisions on purpose, not out of panic. Scarcity will always try to pull you in, but your awareness is stronger, and that awareness, that's where real wealth begins.